Right now you're probably thinking Níor Cúla mé ut le fada, which means I haven't heard from you in a long time in Irish, and I don't know why I'm still thinking in languages. Anyway, yeah, this evening I was like to my mum, oh, I better go down too, but I was like, I don't have to study anymore, this is really weird. So yeah, this video is going to be unedited, which means it's going to be really long, and I'm going to basically be analysing my junior cert experience. So if you're not really interested in that, these are the videos you can check. Just exit out back button. But so yeah, today I finished the junior cert. And it feels so strange saying that because I don't study for like a year because I'm doing TY, and I'm sorry if you can find it hard to understand me. I just don't know what's up with my voice today. But yeah, it all kind of started 2 weeks ago, and I'm just going to analyse it from the very beginning, and then I'll talk more at the end. So basically, 2 weeks ago, we all started, like everyone has, English paper 1 and 2. English paper 1, it's really time consuming. You have to have your timings right, with paper 2 as well, but especially paper 1 and paper 2 you have quotes to learn for stuff. Quotes, yeah. And anyway, so every Wednesday for some reason I found 3 Wednesdays, the only like day that I was in for like 3, like, you know what I mean, and the 3 Wednesdays I found out I was always really stressed and like finding the day. I don't know why, but anyway, me and my friends were just like, oh, it's a real thing, because like up till now we'd just be like, oh yeah, mocks, that's not the real thing, Christmas exams, not the real thing. But now it's like, oh, junior cert is the real thing, but it's not really certain, you know. So anyway, I find exams really relieving for some reason, as if it like distracts me from everything, and like you're not having to go to classes, remember books, you just have to remember what's in your head, and as long as you've studied. And I did try studying, so you know, it was okay. But English, so like we were all panicking outside, and then when I went in, number 1, I'd started the day, first day of my state exams, by forgetting my locker keys and swipe cards, which turned out I didn't need, so that was okay. But then also I'd kicked over something outside a shop on the way in by accident, you know, oh god, okay. And then when I got into the exam centre, there was a mix-up between exam centre rooms, but I still stayed in the same one for the entire whole load of exams, so it was okay. But it's still I still was like just really like through the exam, I was just here like, ah shit. So I kind of lost my timings for English paper 1, which probably might have brought down my grade a bit. So I'm kind of a bit worried about English paper 1, but I don't mind. And English paper 2, then that was okay. I could remember most of my quotes, which is really weird because a lot of my quotes I learned I learned the weekend before, and I was still like really confused over what to learn. But like it was really all the questions I was hoping for that came up. And then of course, sorry, I have to mention this, you had you had Parang, sassy Parang, you know, come again. And then you had Susan Matthews and Rainey, and Susan Matthews kicks Rainey. It's really good. Yeah, if you look it up on Twitter or the internet, it's all over the place. Everyone gave up making memes after a few days though. But anyway, that was fine. The next day was Irish. Irish is like my favourite subject. I'm not afraid to say it. Irish is my favourite subject. I study it's probably one of the subjects I studied the most for, and I was really panicking on Wednesday night because I thought that I couldn't remember anything, and I was like, shit, I've put so much work in, it's not going to work out. But then, sorry, why? Anyway, but then when I went in on Thursday, paper 1 was a dream. It was literally a dream. The listening was really easy, and I'm awful at listening. It's just, I can't comprehend how awful I am, but it still went really well. The topics for things that came up, they were okay. Like the comprehension was brilliant, and I'm just here like. And then paper 2 came along. Paper 2 wasn't as good because I might kind of like I finished paper 1, but I didn't finish paper 2. I had half a question left, and then time was up, and I was like, oh my god. But I just read certain bits of paragraph and wrote down an answer, like, because it's better to put down an answer than leave blank. So I was just more concentrating on having the paper finished, even if I had half answers for some of the questions. So that was okay. I was so glad with how Irish went. I felt like everything was going fine. And anyway, next day was geography and maths paper 1. I studied really hard for geography because in my mock I got a really good result compared to what I usually got. And So I kind of felt like I needed to up it to that, if not more, in the real thing, which I definitely didn't. I was kind of disappointed with geography because I kind of blanked in geography and everything I learned just kind of went out. But it was okay, like I did get the questions I needed done finished, and I wanted to do extra questions just so, like, you know, best of marks just in case. But I couldn't remember them, so it's like, anyway, so yeah, that was fine, and geography was fairly okay, like I didn't mind. Next was maths paper 1. Okay, don't get me, I like maths. I don't know why I like maths now so much, but I like maths, but I am shit at maths. Like, I should be in ordinary level, I shouldn't even be in higher level, and I'll definitely be in ordinary level for leaving CERT in like a year and a half, yeah, 2 years, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, in a year's time, but I just don't understand it. So I was trying to study maths all along, but kind of gave up after a while. So I won't be surprised if I failed maths paper 1. It went awful, knew nothing on it at all, winged it. Like, it wasn't as bad as paper 2, so it was okay. It was still off. Like, if I pass, I will pass and attempt marks. Like, it's no. And then yeah, so that was fine. Then we had the weekend, and I found Monday like one of the best days because both 2 subjects I don't really care much for. Maths, maths paper 2 went even worse than paper 1, and everyone it's like it's kind of like theorems and data and constructions, which should be really easy, and everyone in school is like, oh my god, paper 2 is so much easier than paper 1. Oh my god, don't talk to me about paper 1, paper 2. So, and I'm just here like, don't talk to me about either of them. Paper 2 was so much harder than paper 1. So yeah, it's my own fault that really, like, shit, yeah. But then it was CSPE. CSPE went so much better than it did in the mock, and everything, like, the questions were really easy, and matching up some of the things was really easy. I did a question with no poster, and I got out in like an hour or something, so I was like really glad. I was just like, yay. And then I had Tuesday off because business was on, and it sucks to be you if you do a business, and anyway, so I had that whole day to kind of like go back up. I kind of recram things. I have a really bad long-term memory, so a short-term memory does me. So I had to like literally go over everything for history and French again. It was up, like, I just did French in like a half an hour, but history took up the entire day. It was just like, but so I was really stressed for history especially, and a bit for French. Then I went in for them on the Wednesday. There was only 2 of us, my friends and I, in our exam centre for French, because there's only 2 of us in our class tutor that does French, and it's kind of like done out that way. Kind of, there's like 20 people in the exam centre for each. Anyway, complicated, unrelated. Anyway, so there's only 2 of us, and yeah, that was fun. Like, I found the listening comprehensions kind of difficult, and I found the reading comprehensions kind of difficult. One of my friends, she actually guessed one of the comprehension questions, and she just like a word on it nobody understood, and she got it right in the end because she looked up in the dictionary, and we were like, oh my god, I'm so jealous. But anyway, and the letter went really well. I thought the letter was good. So yeah, then I left her, and I left my friend on her own in the exam room. I was like, sorry. But yeah, then that was really well. And then after lunch we had history, and history revolutions came up for question 5. Everyone had been saying all along the internet and all, revolutions question 5, because it came up in the mock. I knew nothing for revolutions in the mock, but this time I did. And some people in school were like to me, oh, you can't be certain of that, and other people were like, oh shit, I better study that. And anyway, when it came up, I really wanted to just get up and like, told you so, told you so, told you so, and it came up. I was just so glad. I skipped every Irish history question in 1916. I didn't know anything on that, and most of the 2 people in the history questions I did was D-Day landings, which I'd studied the day before because I knew they'd probably come up because it was the 70th anniversary. I was really glad with that. And then ancient Rome just sticks in my head. And then everyone got caught out with the industrial worker. No, it's not an industrial worker, it's an industrial owner. And everyone's just like, my life is over. My life is a fail. Anyway, so yeah, that went really well. And then explorations came up for the first part in question 6, so I was like, oh fuck. And I'm not even going to apologise for my language. I was like, shit, because I hadn't really studied, but I knew the things even though I hadn't studied, so I was kind of glad. And I did 3 questions instead of 2 on question 6. I did social change just in case, except I didn't finish it because it was women in history and I hadn't studied social change law and you have to be kind of detailed, and I was going on a kind of a feminist rant, you might say, about feminism, and I was going on about our rape culture and everything, and I was like, wait Grace, that has nothing to do with history, okay, scribble it out. I wrote a page for like a 6-mark question in the mock. So I was like, no, go. So yeah, history went really well, so I'm really glad with that. The next day was science. I'm just a complete fail at science. I didn't even study that hard for it, if at all, and because I'm not planning on doing it in my leaving cert, so it doesn't make a difference to me what I get. I'm definitely not doing science in my leaving cert, so I don't care. If you follow me on Twitter is in the down bar, you will know that on one of them it asked how it was something to do with the Alien film in 1979, how would people not hear your scream? And the thing was that in the sound, the answer really was that sound needs a medium to flow through, which I didn't know, and I wrote down because aliens can't hear and there's no hearing aid in space. I later crossed this out and just said there's nobody in space to hear you scream. Both answers, I'm pretty sure I either made whoever corrects it day, they made their day, or I completely pissed them off for like the entire summer. Hopefully part A, option A, is what will happen. So yes, science went disastrous and I don't even care. I left after an hour, and I got everything done. I filled in all the answers even though half of them was shit, and I could have left earlier if I'd known everything, but I didn't. I even shaded in my apple, which on my diagram for maths or something, which turned out to be wrong. I put it on a weighing scale, which should have been in a beaker, so it's like, no. So yeah, don't talk to me about science. Everyone's going on about doing science subjects and leaving cert, obviously like, I can't do science to save my life. But yeah, then I had a 6-day gap, which was really good, very good, and it was brilliant, because I was just like, yes, because I had like 6 days to study for music. Well, I had 5 because I took Thursday evening off, and I did music today, and music went really well. I thought it went well anyway. Everything I kind of wanted to come up came up, everything I didn't want to come up didn't come up, and it was really good. I was just like, yes. So I'm really glad, because I don't know at the moment whether, even though it's like a year away, it's a year until I have to choose, I don't know whether I'm going to do music or geography in my leaving cert as well. And I know, like, I don't see exams as the end of the world, but I do know that the marks going to play a role in which subject I pick. So I'm hoping that I did better in music than I did in geography, because I really don't want to pick geography for my leaving cert. So I'd rather do music, even though, oh god, don't talk to me about my practical. I hate my practical. Went off June because I picked the song 2 days before. This is when I was like completely done with music. I was like, I'm so done, and I hate music, and I didn't want to do it for leaving cert, and now I'm just like, I might pick geography. I don't know. So yeah, I thought all the exams went really, really well. I'm really glad with how they went. I'm aiming to get an E in maths and science, although no my luck I'll get an NG, and then I'd like to get a C, which is like an honour in all my other subjects. So I will tell you in September if I achieve my goal. I won't tell you, no, actually no, that's a bad idea. Okay, never mind. But yeah, I'm really glad with how everything went, and I'm just like, yes, because they're finally done, and I have like almost 2.5 months until I go back to school, because it's like July, August and the rest of June. So I'm really glad. I'm going to be trying to do videos and blog posts every 2 to 3 days. I'm not sure if that will work out, but hopefully it will. I'm having problems with video editing at the moment, and as you might be able to tell from my last video, so I don't know. Videos are going to be kind of limited of what I can do, unless you mind about that thingy coming up in the middle just tell me in the down comments if you have any video requests, ideas, because I don't really know what to do. And oh yeah, I'm going to see the Fault in Our Stars tomorrow with my friends. Like, Grace has a social life, and but no, I can't wait to see it. And unfortunately, I'm like the only person, well, probably not the only person, but one of very few people who didn't cry reading the books. So I feel under pressure to bawl my eyes out and use up a pack of tissues tomorrow, which I don't. I cry at films anyway, even when they're funny, so I probably will. But yeah, I kind of still feel bad that I cried at certain, I won't spoiler alert, I cried at Isaac going blind, but not Augustus dying. Okay, spoiler alert over. So yes, I am probably going to write a blog post now. Sorry if the lighting's all over the place. Tell me if you had exams and how they went. Yeah, so yeah, it's summer, and this is going to be a really awkward video because I didn't edit it, but still, I'm going to try and get a video up Friday or Saturday, something makeup or fashion related. I don't know. Yeah. So, and I'm going to do something to do with like movie related fashion lookbook soon or something, because I watched so many films during the junior cert than I ever would when I don't have exams, which is really ironic. So yeah, bad timing, Grace. So yeah, I'll talk to you soon, and I hope you're having a lovely summer. And if you're not on summer holidays, I feel really bad for you. I hope you will have a lovely summer and you're having a nice time at school. Okay, I'm going to talk to you soon. See you.